chosen one, and that he himself
is this like a fantasy movie?
And a skilled maker of toys.
This looks
From this
sweet.
day on, now and forever, you will bring our gifts to all the children.
Oh, I'm trying to watch this for Christmas. This looks great.
This is your legacy and your gift, as is the gift of flight.
It's them!
Every year.
There's this, okay, I don't know, this isn't really a fully fleshed out observation or anything, but here's my observation. Like, my observation is there's like, a lot of kids content, like, let's say pre-90s, like 80s and earlier, there was a lot of just like weird men, you know, and it's like stuff that's supposed to be for kids, but they're just kind of like these weird men that don't really look, I don't know how to describe it. But like, look at these men, dude. It just looks like they wouldn't be on a kid show anymore. I don't know. They don't look threatening or anything. They just look like these really greasy, unkempt dudes. And I just feel like people, you know what I'm saying? Look at these men. Look at these men. I don't think they would be in a kids movie in 2019. Just these kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Is that stupid?
The children.
I feel okay. I think you want a clean cut guy, because stereotypically, right, we don't really trust children around men as much as we trust them around women, you know. And when we do trust them around men, it's got to be like a clean cut looking guy, a guy who looks sharp. He looks like he's on the ball. You know what I mean? A guy who looks trustworthy. Obviously, we're being superficial here. Obviously. But the superficiality triumphs to a degree. I don't think we see this look in men, you know, and probably the same kind of men are doing it, probably for the most part, but they you know, they look a little more kempt. They don't look like these oily, you know, hairy, weird guys anymore. These guys aren't in kids movies anymore. That like guys that look like this. Does that make sense? Or am I crazy? That's how I feel. I don't know. That's how I feel.
To all the children in all the world, this is your legacy and your gift.
Look at, okay, did you see? Because that was what set me off. This was what set me off in particular. That's the turn. Look at this. Like, could you see this guy being a? And he looks familiar too. Like, I feel like I've seen this guy in a movie before. But oh my god! Like, can you picture this guy being in like a 2020? This shot, this frame. Could this be in a 2020 children's? Precisely. He's very British. He looks like Arthur. Is he Arthur? Is he like the Arthur guy? What is this? You gotta read the room, as they say.
It certainly should be.
Oh! Oh, that was a perfect...
It certainly should be. Until...
Oh, God. You see what I'm saying? They just don't look like they would be in a kid's movie nowadays.
It certainly should be.
It certainly should be.
What are you? I'm an elf. An elf? Yes. You mean like a fairy?
Dude, that's... That was a gay joke. Is that... I think that is Arthur from the movie Arthur, right?
I'm talking modern methods of production here. I'm talking assembly line. I'm talking way for the future.
It's interesting as sort of like a precursor to Will Ferrell's Elf.
We say bigger, better. It's gonna cost you. Cost who?
Real film buffs will sit around and they'll talk for hours about whether they prefer Oscar winner Dudley Moore. Is he an Oscar winner? Did he win it for? Yeah, he won for Arthur, Best Actor, Academy Award for Arthur. So, Academy Award winner, Best Actor, Dudley Moore. He was a damn good elf. But, on the other hand, of course, so is Will Ferrell. So, real film buffs will sit around and they'll They'll have a big meal. Yeah, they're always it's going back and forth. You know, they're sort of the old guard, as they say, who are fans of the inimitable Dudley Moore. His turn. I don't know. Maybe, probably. I don't. I've never even seen that one. There's something about Will Ferrell as a rom-com guy, and maybe this sort of ties into my whole thesis here, right? Maybe we can add it like a corollary to it, because rom-com guys, like I feel I wouldn't like Will Ferrell as a rom-com guy, but he works as a kids movie guy. You see what I mean? Like, there's a certain like childlike quality I think we like to see in our children's entertainer men. And I think that Will Ferrell exudes that childlike quality in both appearance and manner, which qualifies him for children's entertainment, but simultaneously disqualifies him as a hot male lead in a rom-com. I don't buy it. I can't imagine being attracted to Will Ferrell. It's a non-threatening sort of juvenile quality, which is good for children's stuff, but bad for rom-coms because he's just like a little baby man, right? I mean, he's very tall physically, but his energy is that of a goofy little boy, right? So that's the difference, right? And Arthur was a rom-com, and that's why it's weird to see this rom-com energy guy be a kids movie guy. It's like bad. You can't cross the. I mean, maybe certain actors could do both, but they'd have to like reinvent their image. It would have to be like good actor who's like looks different, is like carrying himself different, you know, completely different energy. Yeah.
The people who buy the toy.
For nothing. We're going to give them away free.
For free!
Oh! The World Trade Center. Oh my God, Santa flies the reindeer around the World Trade Center.